What's good, people? It's Chi for Chi First, Pluribus Properties. I just wanted to get into a little bit about why someone would want to build an on-market list. You know, that's exporting a list of on-market properties. A lot of people are going on Privy and they're calling agents or texting agents directly from Privy, just looking at the screen, and that's great. But there are also people who like to use lists and get a list, and having to manually enter addresses, bed and bath counts, square footage becomes a very tedious process if you're doing it one by one and typing things out that way. So for me, I like to build lists because I like to use a lot of automations within the high level platform. I use REI Reply, which is based on high level. There are multiple platforms that are built on high level at this point that people are using for real estate. And, you know, just if you're using something that's built on the high level system, then this is perfect for you because you can automate a lot of processes through workflows within those systems. So for me, I automate a lot of workflows to put in notes and data from these lists that I'm pulling so that I know how to make offers on properties. So lists that have data but do not have phone numbers and emails make it difficult for me to just use one system. So people like often ask, so why are you combining PROPSTREAM and Redfin, the list that you're pulling from Redfin? Well, because the Redfin list doesn't include the agent phone numbers and emails, so I need to get them some way. So now I have to import those into PROPSTREAM to get that information on a list. Right, PropStream will export it with both the email and the phone number. Same thing goes for Privy. So if I'm pulling a list in Privy, it does not include the phone number and email on the list. Now you can go on both Redfin and Privy. You can go into those sites and physically see that there are agent names and phone numbers there, sometimes one of the other, sometimes neither, but it just depends on the listing and the MLS that they're actually pulling from. But PropStream tends to have that information more frequently than the other two, and even when it doesn't, it's the only platform that does pull the address and phone number into a list. You have to use List Automator, but it does work. It's a bit of a hassle, but it's better than the other option, which is that of manually typing this stuff in. So for me, it's very helpful to combine these three softwares and then use them to then pull that information into my CRM so I can automate these processes and make it pretty simple to do for someone like a VA or an admin person who can quickly just take these lists or go on Privy. Where a lot of times what we're doing now is we're pulling lists from Redfin, we're uploading them to Privy, and we're doing all the comps in Privy and putting them into the folders because Privy has the nice little folders and whatnot. And then we're taking those lists and then we're putting into PropStream and then just exporting from PropStream to get the agent data and agent contact information. Now, is it flawless? No. A lot of the contact information is not going to be there. But again, it's just much better than the other alternative of just manually typing that stuff. Now, we will go out and we will find emails and phone numbers of agents who don't have stuff in those listings. But for the most part, this speeds up the process quite a bit. So I'm going to show you a little bit here about how we do some of that in Privy right now, and how we're pulling that data from Redfin. And I've already created a video that I'll put a link in the description that shows you how to take those Redfin lists and pull them into PropStream. Now you can do the same thing from Privy to PropStream. I don't necessarily feel the need to make a video on that right now, because if you've seen the Redfin to PropStream video, it works pretty much essentially the same. You're just now pulling the list from Privy rather than you would be doing from Redfin. So just wanted to show this real quick because our process has kind of changed to starting to do more comping in Privy, and for that fact, we're having to pull into from Redfin to Privy to PropStream. Now you can just do a search on Privy in general, just start there in Privy and then look and do it that way, and that works as well too. But sometimes I find that Redfin will find different properties than Privy will with the different filters. So again, it's up to you, and you can streamline this process as much as you want, but let's check it out. So what we have here is a list in Dallas, Texas, that I have pulled from Redfin using the filter, the fixer-upper filter, and a few other filters that I like to use to basically get fits my criteria, and your criteria may be what it is, so we won't go through all the filters, but know that it is the fixer-upper filter within Redfin. Redfin has this cool download all button in some markets. Now, this is not in every market. I will say that I've seen it in some places, don't see it in others. But anyway, we'll download this, and I already have done that. You just click it, and it'll download. Here, we'll do it again just so you kind of see what it looks like. Downloads there for me and how I do have my Chrome set up. I go into Privy, go into, what is it, the list, upload the list, choose the file, choose that Redfin file, open, upload CSV. I have something called Redfin Fixers, close, and it will be in my Redfin Fixers section. Now I have already uploaded all these properties that are already there. Take a look and see. They look like these. This is San Antonio, so this did not come from that exact list, but you can kind of see how it works. So it basically, I put my stuff in this folder, Redfin Fixers, and then I kind of go through these and see which ones look like wholesale deals, and I will add those to another folder so I can export only the ones that look like deals or look like they are good wholesales to that list. This one has no pictures of the interior, so right now I'm not going to mess with it. I might delete it later, but I'm not sure yet. A lot of times when there are no photos of the interior, it's because the interior is not in good condition. So this one definitely looks like it can use some work. So what I will do there is I will stick it, in a discovery list. That means I have to, discovery is basically finding out more about the property from the agent. So we reach out to the agent, or sometimes you can just make the offer straight up through email, but a lot of times it's talking to find out, how old is the roof? How old is the HVAC? You're going to find out about the property just and maybe make a verbal offer on the phone while you're doing that. So we do that. That is good. We're going to go back in. Look at the next property. See what it looks like. This one is a little bit nicer, so I'm not going to mess with that one. So this is Marceline. So what I'll do with this one is I will just take it out of the list altogether. Now you can just put it in a folder and call that folder too nice or whatever the heck. I'm just going to delete it here for the sake of the video. That if you put it in another folder, it might help you to determine, hey, I've already seen this property, right? We're just kind of looking, not making any comps right now, but you can come and comp it if you want to. But right now I'm just kind of looking at the property. This one is too nice. taken out. Looks like a nicer property as well, so it's taken out. Which one is that? So that's there. Hopefully I'm not taking out properties I didn't need to take out. I think I just took out a property I shouldn't have taken out. This one needs some work, so this might be a deal. So Hutchins Place. So we'll add that to our folder, discovery folder. Take it out of the Redfin folder. And we just kind of continue to do this. And then once you get a list that you like, then you download the list, right, of all the properties that you like. You would download that list. Now I have that download list. Then I would go into PROPSTREAM. And I'm logged out of PROPSTREAM. PROPSTREAM kicks you out too quickly. I hate that they kick you out and then you have to re-log in. One thing about PROPSTREAM that is rather annoying. You can't just sit there with it on all day, like PRIVY or pretty much any other software that you have will not boot you out after a time, but except for my bank. My bank will boot me out, but that makes sense. PROPSTREAM, I'm not really understanding why they do it. But anyway, you have to have List Automator for this to work. So if you don't have List Automator on your PROPSTREAM account, you're gonna have to have List Automator. It's just the way that things work. You cannot do uploads on PROPSTREAM unless you have List Automator. So we're gonna choose a file. Privy download, that's the one we just did. I'm gonna create a new folder here and just call it Privy Redfin May 23 deals. All right, we'll just call it that for right now, right? Just so we can find it. Okay, so that's done. Should be in here. So now go to marketing. We'll just call it Privy. There it is right there. You got 9 properties. And so what we do here is we go to our realtor list layout and apply. Now you may not have that in yours. So what that is, realtor list layout is basically what I've done is I've taken this and boiled it down. You know, you uncheck basically everything except for the city, state, zip, you know, the things you kind of need. I do like the bed and bath count, square footage, year built. Let's see, property type, property class, none of that stuff. Then we go to MLS basically, and then you click all this stuff except these first 2, right? And everything else is basically blank. So that what that gets you is the agent name, the agent phone number, agent email. And this is why we come into PROPSTREAM, because now we can export this list as it's seen here. We can eliminate the ones that don't have contact information if we want to. So, right, we could just let's just click all and then uncheck the ones that do not have numbers or contact information. Then we can export. And now we have a list that has those same properties that we already looked at. We got it from Redfin. We pulled it into Privy to look and make sure that the properties were good wholesale deals. Then we exported it into PROPSTREAM to get the phone numbers. So I know it's a process, but you can just pull a list from Privy if you don't like the Redfin stuff. You can just pull a list from PROPSTREAM. You can also do on-market search in PROPSTREAM. The problem with PROPSTREAM and Privy, in my opinion, in terms of pulling this sort of data, which is basically on-market data, is that both Privy and PROPSTREAM come with the properties late. Redfin, it seems like it's immediate. Same with Zillow, but you can't pull a list from Zillow. But Redfin gives you that ability to pull a list. So that is the reason why I like Redfin above everything else. Even though, I have these paid softwares, Redfin is the one that I find myself going to more frequently because I can pull those lists and get stuff as they come. So, I have all these saved searches in here, and basically they email me instantly when they come in. So I can also pull this from my email, but I check my email in the morning and I see, okay, there's 25 new properties in all my markets. So I can just come in here and just download the list, see which ones aren't in a folder or see which ones aren't, it doesn't really matter because my system is going to know if it's in the system already. We're only going to pull in the updates, and it works kind of cool, and it doesn't take as much time as doing it one by one, typing in data. So the next thing I'll kind of show you is how I can import one of these lists into my CRM, and I don't have to type any data or information. It all goes into the right places, and I can pretty much immediately make an offer or send a text blast or even call a person right there from the CRM, which is REI Reply. So I hope that helped. Hope you guys enjoyed the information, and yeah, see you when I see you.